Hey, what's up, and welcome back to another build tutorial, where today I'm going to show you how to build your own car repair garage in Minecraft. The perfect place to go where your car practically dies on you. And as always, before I start this tutorial, I'd really appreciate a little smash on that like button, as it does help me out, and I'd highly appreciate that. But enough of me waffling on, let's start building. Here are all the materials that you will need for this build. And the plot of land you will need is 39 by 24 blocks. So first up, I'm just going to grab myself some light grey concrete to begin with. And then if I just go to the front right corner just over here, from this point I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 blocks. On that block I'm going to place one bit of concrete there to begin with. And then on top I'm just going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks on top like so. So you should end up with a pillar here which is 7 blocks high. And the next I'm going to leave a gap of 7 and then build another pillar which is 7 blocks high like that. And then I'm just going to repeat this once more. So 7 block gap here and then a pillar which is 7 blocks high in total. And the next what I'm going to do, if I just go behind these pillars here, I'm just going to thicken these by one more block like this. So if you've done that right, there should be 2 blocks of a gap just there. Next up, I'm going to grab myself some grey concrete. And then, again, I'm going to leave a gap of 7. Then I'm going to place one bit of grey concrete there to begin with. And then I'm just going to place another 8 concrete going across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like so. I'm just going to build that wall up so it's 7 blocks high in total. So I've already got the first layer there. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, just like that. And then moving around to the left, I'm going to place another 4 grey concrete going across like that, and then just building that up so it's level with all the other walls here. So again, 7 blocks high. And then I'm going to switch back to the light grey concrete. From this point, I'm just going to place 3 going out like that. And then I'm just going to extend this bit up by another 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like so. And then I'm going to leave a gap of 5. And then I'm going to place another 3 grey concrete like we did over there. And then I'm just going to extend this up so it's the same height as this little wall here. So these both should be 6 blocks high. And then from this point, I'm just going to build some concrete going across there. And then thickening that. Like so. And then moving along, I'm going to place some more grey concrete over here. So I'm going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going across. And then I'm just going to build that up so it's 7 blocks high in total. So just like so here. And as you see, we've got a little gap here. I'm just going to fill that in with more of the concrete. And then going around to the back here, I'm going to place another 8 grey concrete going across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm just going to build this up so it's level with everything else. So it should be 7 blocks high in total here. So as you see, we're kind of mirroring what we've done on the other side there. And then next up, with this light grey concrete, from this point, I'm just going to build some concrete going all the way across here, just until I'm touching the yellow border, like so. And I'm just going to build this whole strip up, so it's 7 blocks high in total. So again, level with everything else. Just like that. And then finally, just going around to this hollow side over here. I'm just going to connect that wall to that wall. So I'm just going to extend this going all the way along, bringing these 2 sides together. So by this point in the video, you should end up with something that is looking like this. And next up, I'm going to get some more of this grey concrete. And from this point, firstly, I'm just going to place one like that. And then I'm going to leave a gap, place another bit of concrete, leave a gap, place another bit of concrete, leave a gap, and then place another bit of concrete like so. So you should end up with 4 blocks like this with 1 block in between them. And then I'm just going to extend each of these points going all the way around, firstly until I meet with the entrance there. So if I show you with this first layer, I'm just going to follow this all the way around until I line up with the end of the door there. And I'm just going to do this for the other points. Just going around like so. Giving us a cool little textured wall like that. And the next, I'm just going to continue this top row going across all the way to the end there. And then placing another 3 strips of 5 underneath. And then going around from this point, I'm going to place another strip going all the way along just until I'm touching the grey wall there. And then I'm just going to do the same thing for the other layers underneath. Just like that. Next up, I'm going to grab myself some yellow concrete here. And with this concrete firstly, if I just go to this point here, I'm just going to firstly place 1 bit of concrete like so. And then I'm going to place another one next to that, and another 2 in front. And then on this right hand side, I'm just going to extend this going all the way along. Just until I am 1 block out, just on the end here. And then just going behind, from this point, I'm going to build out with some more yellow concrete just until I'm 1 block out at the back here. And then I'm just going to thicken this like so there. And next up, I'm just going to extend this point by another 2 more blocks. And then I'm just going to place 2 going out. And then I'm just going to extend this going all the way along, just until I'm mirroring what we did at the front. Just until we get to this point here, and as you see, that's going to line up with this side. So you should end up with some sort of N kind of like U shape here. For a bit of extra decoration, I'm going to add a diagonal little shape just here. So for that, sticking with the yellow concrete, from this point, I'm just going to go diagonally down with all these blocks, just until I get to that point. And to make it look like it's a part of the wall, I'm just going to fill in these little gaps just within these ridges here, just to neaten things off like so. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So from this point again, just going to place these blocks diagonally like that, and then just filling in these gaps again in the ridges, just doing that for each side. So I'll leave you with something that looks like this. So next up, we're going to continue to build up the wall. So going back to the grey concrete, from this point I'm just going to count across 1, 2 blocks, and then going up by 1, and then I'm just going to place a bit of grey concrete there. I'm just going to build this going all the way across and around the inner edge of where we placed all of this yellow here. Just until there's 2 blocks left. And the next, going back to the front here, just from this point here, I'm going to place another bit of grey concrete. I'm just going to build this going all the way across until 1 block is sticking out like so. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm just going to connect these 2 points together. Just like that. And then from this point, I'm just going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks going across. And then we'll place another 10 blocks on this side. And then I'm just going to connect these 2 endpoints together. And as you see, that will basically finish our main wall pattern here. And the next, with the grey concrete, from this point at the back, I'm just going to place some grey just to cover up that yellow. I'm going to do the same thing on this side as well. And then finally going to place another bit of grey concrete to cover up this bit of yellow. And as you see, that just neatens everything off nicely there. Next up for some garage doors. So I've got some blue concrete here. And firstly, just on this point, so going 1 block in, I'm just going to place 7 blocks across like that. I'm just going to build that going all the way to the top, because this garage door is going to be fully closed. And for a little handle for that door, I'm going to grab myself a tripwire hook. I'm just going to place that in the middle at the bottom there. And then the other 2 doors are going to be open. So going back to the blue concrete, I'm just going to place 1 row of 7 at the top, just above each of the areas here. And then with another tripwire hook, I'm just going to place 1 in the middle of the handles, like so. That'll give us all of the doors to our garage. Next up, let's get the roof done. So firstly, with some grey concrete, I'm just going to place 1, 2 blocks like so. And I'm just going to build this across to meet the other side, like that. And then going to the left here, I'm just going to place 3 grey concrete, leave a gap, another 3, leave a gap, another 3, leave a gap, and then finally another 3 like so. Because this is going to be where some of the skylights are going to go. And then I'm then going to place another 3 grey concrete going across like that. I'm just going to bring this all the way across, just to the front like so. So as you see, we've got 3 holes like that. And the next what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave a gap and then place 3 grey concrete. Leave a gap, place 3. I'm just going to keep continuing this just until I reach the other side. So there should be 5 holes like that. And I'm just going to extend each of these points all the way across to meet with the other side. So if I just show you for this one, just extending this point all the way to the front here. So yeah, just repeating that with these other points like so. By the end, you should end up with something that looks like this. And then for each of these rows, I'm just going to make them look like these little 3 gaps. So if I show you for the first one, I'm just going to place 3 blocks, leave a gap, place 3, leave a gap, place another 3, leave a gap, and then place another 3. So as you see, we're just replicating this little pattern here. I'm just going to do that for each of the rows. You should end up with something that looks like this. And just to be clear, this left hand side should have an extra block on the end here. So you have done this correctly if the left side has got 4 on this side. So don't worry, that is not an error. I've done that on purpose just for design reasons. So it's all good. Next up, I got some black stained glass here. And starting on the right hand side, I'm going to fill these holes up with it. And I'm just going to continue this on every other row here. And then in the holes where I've left them empty, I'm going to fill them up with some fog lights here. Let's just place these in these gaps, just like so. And then if we go inside here, to neaten these lights off, I am going to grab myself an iron trapdoor. I'm just going to place a trapdoor underneath each of these lights. Because if you have been following a lot of my tutorials, you'll know that I do like this light design. And the next, just to neaten this roof off, I've got some stone slabs here. And firstly, I'm just going to place 8 going around each skylight here to begin with. So only doing this for the bits where I've placed glass in the middle. You should end up with something that looks like this. And then I'm just going to fill in the rest of the area around each of these lights in with the rest of the stone. So just filling in the rest of the area here. So by the end, you should end up with something that looks like this. And the next, for the car repair garage sign, with some yellow concrete, just going over to this front right corner. I'm just going to go across 2 blocks. And then on that block, I'm going to place 2 yellow concrete going up like that. And then I'm just going to extend this across by another 6 blocks. So it should give you a little sign here, which is 7 blocks wide. And then I'm just going to build this up by 1 more row. And then for the sign, I'm going to add a little spanner. So for that, I'm going to be using some polished deep slate slabs. Firstly, from this point, if I go across 1 and down 1, I'm going to place 1 slab on the top bit of the block there. I'm going to leave half a gap and then place another slab. And the next, I'm going to place 3 slabs next to those 2 slabs there. And then from this middle point, I'm just going to place 3 deep slate slabs, just going along like that. And that'll give us a wrench for our car repair garage sign. Next up, let's just get all this outer flooring done. So first up, I've got some iron trapdoors, and just in between each gap of where the doors are, I'm going to firstly grab myself some stone, and I'm just going to fill in the floor on the sides with it. And then with these iron trapdoors, I'm just going to place these going all the way along, just like so. And the next, I'm then going to grab myself some smooth stone. And from this point, I'm just going to place 4 blocks going out. I'm just going to do that on each side of each entrance, just like that. I'm also going to fit in this little middle section. And then going back to the grey concrete, I'm just going to fill in these little areas at the front here, which will be where the road can connect. So let's just fill that all in here, just like so. And then as you see, I got this bright yellow border going around. I'm just going to replace all of that with all of this smooth stone. You should end up with something that looks like this. And then with the smooth stone, if I just go to the left hand side here, I'm just going to place 5 in between the entrance here, and then add another row behind that. And then just where I've got any excess grass area all the way around the outer edge, I'm just going to fill that all in with this smooth stone. Just until I get to this point, and then I'm just going to place 4 grey concrete going across on each side here. And then for the road, placing this little area with some more grey concrete. And by doing that, that'll complete the main exterior for our garage here. So next for the interior here. So first up, I got some grey concrete here. And if I just go to this point here, I'm just going to go 1 up. I'm going to place 1 bit of grey concrete there and another one next to it. And I'm just going to build this up all the way to the top here. And the next, just from this point here, I'm going to place 3 blocks just going down. I'm just going to extend this going all the way across to the other side here. That should give us a nice wall like that. And then just on the end here, I'm going to place another 4 blocks going down. And then I'm going to leave a gap of 2 and then place another 4 blocks going up. And then finally, just in between these 2 blocks on the bottom layer here, just going to place another row of grey concrete. And the next, I'm then going to grab myself a black stained glass pane here. I'm just going to fill in this large area in with all of it for a nice large window. That gives us a nice window like that. And the next, sticking with these glass panes, just on the left hand side of this little gap here, I'm just going to place 4 for a nice little door there. And whilst we've got the glass, we might as well do the doors for the side entrance here, which is where all of the customers will go. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to place firstly 2 panes on the left side, 2 on the right side, so there should be a gap in the middle there. I'm just going to build each of these sides going all the way up. Just like so here. So as the doors and windows done, I'm now going to start adding all the flooring. So firstly, for this little area, I'm going to be using some birch. What happened there? So with the doors done, I'm now going to start adding in the floor. So for this little area, I'm going to be using some birch planks for this. So I'm just going to place some birch planks in this little gap, just to start with. And also some in that gap. I'm just going to fill the rest of this area in with all the planks here. So for the garage area, I'm now going to start making those pillars for which the cars are going to be lifted up so the mechanics can work under them. So for that, firstly, I'm going to grab myself some more blue concrete. And if we just go to the right hand side here, and then just from this block, I'm just going to count across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. I'm going to place 1 bit of blue concrete there. So if you've done that right, it should be a gap of 6, just like that. And then from this block, I'm just going to build that all the way to the top. And the next, I'm going to grab myself some smooth stone, just like so. And I'm just going to dig 6 blocks going across. I'm going to place that with some smooth stone. I'm going back to the blue concrete. I'm going to place another pillar just on the other end here. And then next, I'm going to dig down. I'm going to dig across another 6 blocks. And then this time, I'm going to grab myself a smooth stone slab. I'm just going to put that on the bottom like so. And then finally, on the end here, I'm going to place another pillar of blue concrete going all the way up to the top. Oh, make sure this one's to the top as well. And then next, I'm then going to grab myself some chains. And these are going to be the things that are going to lift these little platforms up, which are going to have the cars on. So firstly, with these chains, just on the right one here, I'm just going to place chains going all the way up to the top. Just like so. I'm just going to do the same thing on this other side. And the next, just from this point here, I'm going to count up 2 blocks. On that block, on the top bit, I'm going to add 1 slab like that. I'm just going to extend that all the way along. Just like so. And then with the chains, I'm just going to place 4 on each side here. Just like so. And now let's finish all the flooring in here. So for the flooring, I'm going to be doing like a little bit of a textured floor. So I'm going to be grabbing myself some stone bricks to begin with. And I'm just going to place 20 bricks randomly anywhere, you know, in this grass area. So there's no specific way of doing this. Just place them so they're kind of evenly distributed. So I'll leave that up to you. So I'm just going to count 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20 there. So as you see, you're not exactly copying me, you're just doing a similar thing where you're distributing all the blocks evenly. So you should end up with something similar what I've got here. And then just in the remaining area, let's grab myself some stone. And then I'm just going to place all this grass with some stone here, which will complete all of the flooring for the garage here. By the end, you should end up with floor that looks like this. So now the main structure of the interior is done, we can now start decorating this place with all of the different stuff like the cars and stuff that a mechanic would have. So first up, for the entrance area of the mechanics where people can check their cars in and stuff. So for that, firstly, for the desk, I'm going to grab myself some yellow concrete to begin with. And then from this point, I'm going to count across 1, 2 blocks. I'm going to place 1 bit of yellow concrete there. I'm going to leave a gap, place another one. Then I'm going to leave a gap of 5 and then just mirror what I've done on that side. And then just filling in this gap at the front. Then I'm going to grab myself an iron trapdoor. I'm just going to place 1 on each end here. Just like so. I'm also going to grab myself a lever and I'm just going to place 1 on each side there. And that way you can just flip up and down the iron trapdoors. And next, I'll grab myself some grey carpet, nice little countertop there, and place one on each side at the back, followed by 2 on each side, and then 1 in the middle as well. And for some computers, I'm going to grab myself an iron pressure plate, just place 2, 1 in each gap, like so. And then, I'm then going to grab myself a vert sign. I'm just going to place 1 sign behind each iron pressure plate. And then in front of the signs for a laptop screen, I'm going to grab a painting. I'm not going to be too specific, but just any painting will do for that. And then I'm going to add some nice little plants here just to kind of, you know, spice up the room a little bit. So I've got a cauldron there, and then I'm also going to grab myself some oak leaves. So I'm just going to place 1 cauldron in each corner, just like so there. Then I'm going to place 3 oak leaves on top of each cauldron. And then if we go to the other side, I'm then going to grab myself some blue wool here. I'm just going to place 6 going in some sort of like N shape, just like that, for a nice little cozy couch. And to finish that couch off, I'm just going to get 2 smooth quartz slabs. I'm just going to place them in the middle there, which will complete our little mechanics office. Oh, hang on, we need the chairs. Completely forgot the chairs. We can't have these workers standing all day. So for that, I'm just going to grab myself another smooth quartz slab. Oh, I've already got one in my inventory, so I'm tired today. Anyway, so with the smooth quartz slabs, I'm just going to place 1 in front of each laptop like that. And then I'm going to grab myself an iron trapdoor. I'm going to place 1 just on each side there. And then I'm also going to grab myself a yellow banner. I'm just going to place 1 in front of each iron trapdoor. So now the front entrance of the mechanic area is now complete. So now we can move on to the actual garage. So first up, for some cabinets where all of the tools and stuff are kept. So for that, I'm going to grab myself a yellow shulker box. And then I'm just going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shulker boxes going along like that, just below the window there. And the next, I'm then going to grab myself a brewing stand. I'm just going to place 3 on the end here, because to me they kind of look like car pumps or some sort of tool that you'd have in mechanics. And I'm going to the back wall here, I'm going to add some more cabinets, so sticking with the yellow shulker boxes. I'm just going to place firstly, from this point, I'm going to count across 1, 2 blocks. And at first I'm just going to place 2 yellow shulker boxes like that. I'm going to leave a gap and then place another 2. Then with some yellow concrete, I'm going to place 2 on top of each little bit like that. Then I'm just going to repeat the same thing once more. You should end up with 2 rows of shulker boxes and 2 rows of concrete. And the next, I'm then going to grab myself an item frame. I'm just going to place 1 on each bit of yellow concrete, like so. Next up, I'm going to add some tools in here. So firstly, I'm going to add a trident, because I don't know, it kind of looks like a spanner to me. So I'm just going to place 2 like that. And the next, I'm going to grab another brewing stand. I'm going to place another 2 there. Some pumps and stuff. And next, I'm going to grab some water bottles. So to me, it kind of looks like the different chemicals you put in your car to keep it, you know, running nicely. So just add some in there. And that'll complete our cabinets. And the next up for the back. So at the back here, I'm going to add shelves for where all the tyres are going to go. So I've got another smooth quartz slab here. And firstly, from this point, I'm going to go across 1, placing a slab like that. Then I'm going to leave a gap of 1.5, place a slab, gap of 1.5, place a slab, like that. I'm just going to send each of these points going all the way along, just until I'm 1 block away from the wall. So there should be a little gap just there. So let's do that for these other 2 rows, just like so here. That'll give us some nice shelves. And then for some tyres, I am going to grab myself some black wool. If I can find it, there it is. And then I'm also going to grab myself a stone button. With the black wool, I'm just going to place 1 there to begin with. And then I'm just going to place another 6 black wool going across, leaving a gap of 1 here. And then I'm just going to repeat this another 2 times to fill these shelves up with loads of tyres. And then on the side of each bit of black wool, I'm just going to add a button here. Just like so. And that'll give us all of the tyres that you'll need for the cars if they happen to have a puncture or something. Alright, so wouldn't be a Gyps tutorial without me messing up somehow. And I've messed up with these 2 posts here because the gaps are 6 wide, whereas the entrances are 7, because I want the cars to be centre and I can't centre the cars on these. So we're going to adjust these a little bit. So I apologise in advance, but you know, it is what it is. So what I'm going to do with the blue concrete, I'm just going to shift this pillar across by 1 block. Then we'll get rid of this one. Then I'm going to extend this little area across like that. And then I'm just going to extend this chain. We get rid of this chain just here. I'm just going to place 4 chains like that. So that will fix that one. And to fix this one on the right hand side here, I'm just going to get rid of this blue pillar. Add some extra bit of smooth concrete just on the end there. Get rid of this chain. And then adding some chains going all the way along just inside the wall there. Oh, thank you for that in properly. There we are. So now everything is centered. So hopefully that fixes that. Sorry for the inconvenience. Hopefully, you know, at least everything's level now. So next I'm going to show you how to add some cars to this garage. So firstly, for a green car, I'm going to grab myself some green concrete. And firstly, from this point, I'm going to count across 1, 2 blocks. Then place 1 bit of green concrete there. Leave a gap, place another bit of green concrete. And I'm just going to place 1 bit of green concrete on each end, just like that. And then I'm going to grab myself some black wool. I'm just going to place 1 bit of black wool just in front of each little bit there, followed by a row of green concrete at the front. And going behind, I'm going to extend each side by another 2 bit of green concrete, followed by a bit of black wool and then another bit of green concrete, just like so there. And the next, I'm just going to add 2 bit of green concrete just in that little gap there, leave a gap of 2 and then place another 2 bit of green concrete. So you should end up with a base that looks like this. And then for the wheels, I'm going to grab myself some stone buttons. And I'm just going to place 1 button on each bit of black wool, on the sides of each bit of black wool there. Just like so. And then I'm going to grab myself some green carpet. Placing 2 carpet on each side. No. Placing a bit of carpet on each side like that. Followed by a bit of white carpet in the middle. And then I'm going to grab myself black stained glass panes. I'm just going to place 5 in a little shape like that. Little kind of like U shape. And on each side, I'm going to grab myself a white stained glass pane. I'm going to place 1 pane on each side of the windscreen like that. And then to make it look like these windscreens are like kind of attached to the car, I'm going to add some levers. As you see, that just makes it look like kind of, you know, stuck on the car. And then next, going back to the black stained glass panes, I'm going to add 1 more pane on each side. Followed by another one. And then I'm going to add 1 row of green concrete like that. Then I'm going to add 1 bit of green concrete on each side, followed by a pane just at the back there. And then behind the car, I'm going to add 1 bit of green carpet on each side, 1 bit of white carpet just in the middle there. And then for the interior, I'm going to grab myself a Elite 8 tile slab, place one there. Followed by a grindstone. Just going to place one like that for a little wheel. Then I'm going to grab myself some string. Just going to place 3 in the middle like that. Then I'm going to grab myself some green carpet. Going to place 5 on the left. 5 on the right, and then in the middle adding 5 just like so. And to finish off the little details of the car, firstly for some number plates, I'm going to get myself a vert sign, one sign at the front there, and one sign at the back. And then next for some lights, I'm going to get myself a glowing item frame alongside some glowstone and a block of redstone here. Firstly, 2 glowing item frames at the front here with some glowstone in. And then if I go to the back, 1 item frame, glowing item frame on each side, followed by a block of redstone like so there. And that will complete, and to finish off, I'm going to add 3 Bert signs on the left and 3 on the right as well. And that'll complete our car, which is getting lifted up here. And next up, we're going to add one final car, which is coming out of the garage door here. This is going to be a nice little red car. So I'm going to get myself some red concrete and some black wool to begin with. And then with this red concrete, firstly, just from this point here, I'm going to place 3 going along. Followed by 1 bit of black wool on each side. Followed by another 2 red concrete on each side. Then another bit of black wool on each side, followed by 3 red concrete going across. And then I'm just going to add a bit of red concrete just in that gap there. And I'm going to grab myself some red carpet, just to neaten the top off. Add 6 like that. And the next, for another seat, is grab myself a deep set tile slab. Place that just there in the middle. And then for the steering wheel, let's grab this grindstone and just put one just there. And then at the back, add another bit of red concrete. And then for the windows, I'm going to grab myself a black stained glass pane. And for the side windows, let's add a white stained glass pane as well. With the back glass, I'm firstly just going to place a U shape glass like that. Followed by white stained pane on each side. Then I am going to grab myself a lever as well. Make it like there, being held up. Just like that. And then with the red concrete, I'm going to add 1 on each side like that. Followed by a glass pane in between. Then I am going to grab myself some string. I'm going to place 1 bit of string in the middle there. And then a bit of carpet on that string. And then 8 carpet going around like that. And then I'm going to grab myself a Bert sign. I'm just going to place 1 sign just in the middle of the car there. Plus another sign on the back. And the next, I'm then going to grab myself a glowing item frame. And same as what we've done with the other car, I'm going to place 2 on each side. Then I'm going to grab myself some glowstone and a redstone block. Just place the glowstone in the front of that car there. Place 2 redstone blocks at the back. And to finish off the wheels, let's grab some stone buttons. Let's place them on each side of where the black wall is. And then for some final details, let's add Bert signs here. Let's add 1 sign on each side there. And then finally, I'm just going to add 3 red carpet at the back here. And that'll give us a nice little red car. So with the cars in the mechanics, that is the whole build all done. And there we have it. That is the mechanics all complete. I hope you are pleased with this build as much as I am. But yeah, so until next time, thanks for watching and have a good day.